Straya, TGIF, am I right? Hey, Annie, good? I am. I'm halfway through a tin. Had to salute Travis Head's century over there in Adelaide. But anyway, this is NBA Straya. It's Friday, December 19. This is one of your very few remaining reminders to make sure you've got all your Chrissy presents sorted. It's really easy. You got a notes app in your phone. Write down the missus, write down the kids, write down like family members that you've got like Kris Kringles with or whatever. Or just make sure you got a list. Check it twice. Don't screw it up. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm your host, James Clemens, here in Larry Armour Studios, sweating like a prisoner at preschool. It is bloody. It's so damn hot here in Melbourne at the moment. Anyway, Rockets blew a 25-point lead today. We got a Mavs masterclass, a disaster class from the Blazers, but they somehow still hold on. Crazy 12-game day today that I'm just going to sort of like hit on. We'll do our Week 9 power rankings. We'll expand upon those from the short video that popped out yesterday. We'll do That's Not a Knife, Oh Mate, No Mate, Spud of the Night, Better Than Lonzo Ball, got some Nazi Unpopular Opinion of the Day. And the Outback Takehouse. We're serving up a flame-grilled take. There is an Andrew Gaze Great MAMBA Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence, and a pick and preview for tomorrow's games, and look, a little bit of a setup for the best games on Sunday as well. But before we even do that, look, we're going to be at the pub on Sunday, the pub being The Catfish in Fitzroy. So if you're in Melbourne, come down, watch some NFL with NFL Straya. So, hey, that's what we're doing on Sunday. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, let's get into it. Episode 1334 of NBA Straya. Let's go!
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gaze.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is Darcy Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening and watching NBA Straya.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the shark attack.
You better watch out for the ref attack in a bunch of these games today. Better watch out for the Travis Head attack if you're English and you like cricket. That's been awesome. It was weirdly timed. I was watching the end of this Blazers-Kings game today. Goes to overtime. Meanwhile, Travis Head is freaking out on 99. Tries his hardest to get out. Harry Brooks spills the catch, sucked in Poms. Blow it out your nose, you idiots. Anyway, so the NBA stuff today was pretty rad. Let's get into it with the, what is it? How do you start every show, Jim? That's right, the Daily Whip Round. Not a giant amount of news today. Look, we've got the trade, we've been able to start trading some of these contracts now that have been signed. But it feels like everyone's in a bit of a finding out stage still because, and I was thinking about this before, right? You've had so many stars injured in the first half of the first third of the season that it feels like a lot of these teams don't know if they're buyers or sellers. And so one of the big bits of news that popped out over the last couple of days since we did Tuesday's show, the Tuesday night, Wednesday show, is that the Bucks think they're buyers, just in terms of trying to convince Giannis to stay one more time. He's going to leave her. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. You can dress up. You can bring some toys in. Still going to leave you. I'm just saying. And the other one, we hit on this the other day, expansion. Expansion was discussed by Adam Silver. Oh, Jim, I need to make a decision about this by 2026. Adam, you've been talking about it for 15 years. Get this sorted. Just say Seattle, Vegas, we're coming back. Boom. Let's do an expansion just for the content alone. The expansion draft chatter, the division conference realignment chatter that gives us 2 years of runway of content. It's awesome. Anyway, so Adam Silver's like, we're going to make a decision about whether to go forward or not in 2026. It's like, just make it now. You've got, you have the phone numbers of all of the other NBA owners, Adam. You're the commissioner. Just get them on a group text and go, right, so we make $10 billion by selling these two extra franchises. Nah. What do you reckon? And just add up the votes. Stop screwing us around. I'm wearing the Seattle Supersonics hat right now if you're watching us on YouTube or Yeah, it's just YouTube today. But still, I do like that he did come out and go, we're talking like the markets that we're looking at, Seattle and Vegas have been very, very approachable. It's like, all right, A, gross, B, stop being weird, C, just put a fucking team there already. This gaslighting about the Terry Rozier stuff that I talked about the other day and about, we don't know who could come up with expansions. Like, you could, Adam. The NBA has not expanded since 2004. In that time, the NHL has expanded. The MLB and the NFL are already at 32 teams, right? There's these markets sitting there, right, for the plucking. The NBA, the do-nothing league under Adam Silver, hasn't done anything in a surprise twist. All they're busy doing is counting all the money they're already making. And it seems like the narrative is there. Oh, look, they had to split the pie. It goes from 30 pieces of the pie to 32. It's like, that's not much of less of a slice, you idiots. And you see what the owners get to do when they expand the NBA. They keep the expansion fees, right? They don't have to give any of that to the players. The part of the CBA that you are splitting up, right? That goes to 30 teams. The money that's coming in from the media rights deal, from all the merch you're selling, that's split with the players 50-50. Right? The $10 billion, $5 billion each possibly, for the two teams that you're going to add to your league, that's $10 billion you split between the existing owners. Cut the check. The players don't get to see a penny of that, right? Just bloody do it, you cowards. I'm sick of this hand-wring. Oh, we don't know who could be doing this. We don't know what sort of decision to make. Yeah, Adam Silver, you've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing the entire time you've been commissioner. And all you've done is make more and more money. Guess what? This will make you more money. So why are you dragging your feet? What about NBA Europe, Jim? I don't care about NBA Europe. Just give me back the Sonics. Bloody hell. Anyway, and the same thing with the gaslighting of like, we don't know who could come up with the decision about the Terry Rozier situation. You could, Adam, because you're the commissioner of the NBA. You're the one who makes the decision, you idiot. Just go, look, he's under investigation. If Miami trade the contract, guess what? The team that's trading for it can void it. They can waive it. Guess, done. Bang. Don't care. Simple as that. Piss off now. We're done. Or they can keep him. As like, if they need to reach the salary floor or whatever. It's so stupid. Anyway, the other little bits of news, Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, he's back with the Wolves, kind of. So you might remember that he and Glenn Taylor hated each other. And anytime KG would sort of like have any vibes with the Wolves, it was problematic because they treated him like crap. And he just like, I love the Wolves, but they just don't want me to do anything. Now that they've been sold, despite Glenn Taylor trying to renege on the deal, wait a minute, I thought we could get more for this. I don't want to do that deal. Too bad, you already signed it, you idiot. So Mark Laurie and A-Rod, they're like, we'll try to garner some goodwill because we're not idiots, and we'll bring back Kevin Garnett as like a team ambassador. And you're like, yes, that should have happened years ago, you idiots. And the last little bit of news, you had the all NBA Cup teams. I love this NBA Cup. So obviously the big news from the other day was that the Knicks aren't going to raise an NBA Cup champion banner at MSG, which is just the stupidest thing in the world because, look, this is a dumb franchise that continuously shoots itself in the foot and has not won anything since 1973. So why would they raise a banner when they won something? Because they're morons, right? So you're not going to see them do it. Anyway, I'll talk about that again later in YNRs. But the Knicks, they're not hanging a banner, but the NBA is still just like, we are making the NBA Cup a thing. Here's our all NBA Cup teams. It's like, what? Okay, so that's fine. It's a bit strange. So to the point where you have these moments of, I think the NBA all-tournament team was like Luka, De'Aaron Fox, SGA, Jalen Brunson, and Karl Anthony Towns. And you're like, okay. Do they get any more money? Does that help their contract status? I don't know. Very strange. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to talk about the banner and some other stuff later on. Let's get into the game wraps quickly from today. We smashed the picks, by the way. So if you're not seeing the NBA coffee run video each morning, we sort of come up, the vibes of some of the best picks of the day. But then, over on our partner with Dabble, of which picks are we doing? Like, what do we actually have? All of our picks go up there. And we're like at 56% for the season on, against the spread. Today, where do we go? We missed 3 of 12. That's right. We went 9 of 12 today. It's pretty bloody good. Just saying. Came pretty close on those other 3 too. I think we still might have picked the winners. Anyway. Right. So today's games, we had the Hawks, as predicted, fall short with Trae Young coming back. He was horrible. Jalen Johnson's awesome. I've got an Outback Takehouse about him later. 126, 133. The Hornets looked amazing in their orange uniforms. But the thing is, like, Charlotte, stop being greedy. You've got awesome uniforms already. Just come on. Great game. LaMelo was handy. Spindles Miller, fantastic. Connie Nips, awesome. And the Hawks just sort of suck. Great win by the Hornets. The Knicks beat Indy 114, 113 because Jalen Brunson hit a massive 3 with 4 seconds left. Oh boy, they're running a bit close. Tyler Kolek, it's his universe. We're just living in it. Tyler Kolek is just unreal. Absolutely unreal. He won them that game. Andy Nemhard was very good as well for the Pacers. The Heat held off the Nets 106-95. The Nets were feisty at home. As predicted, they weren't able to quite get there because there's just that lack. They couldn't hit a shot, for one thing. I think they missed like 38 threes. I think that was right. It's just a lot of threes that you miss at that point, right? 38. They went 11 of 49. Yeesh. Brutal. Anyway, good win for the Heat. They needed that one. They're 15 and 12. The Clippers got smashed by the Thunder. Uh-oh.
So he got straight killed.
Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it, man? Yes, it is, because the Clippers had 28 turnovers. Oh, God. Just embarrassing. OKC absolutely obliterated them. As I sort of like predicted as well, 122-101. Look, there was a little bit of a run from the Clippers there. Like, they actually led after the first quarter. But then OKC, verbal meme, the leaning forward with the controller. They're like, oh, we better pay attention. And then they smashed them. After that, we got a Wizards Spurs smashing by the Spurs 119-94. Stephon Castle looked awesome. Dylan Harper barely missed. He set a new career high at 24. The Wizards got killed. They did get straight killed.
So he got straight killed.
Wemby came off the bench as well. Very settled, very chilled. Yeah, good job by them. The Raptors beat the Bucks 111-105. Very handy win there. The notorious BI3, 29 and 8. Fighting Bobby Portis, KPJ, not quite enough. Bucks, it's looking pretty rough up there. The Rockets blew a 25 point. No, it was more than that. Yeah, it was 25 points. I had that. 25 points in the third quarter to the Pelicans. They blew a 25-point lead. They had 3 different looks at the different game winners as well. It was chaos. They forced the ball out of KD's hand. Reed Shepard misses a couple of threes. Şengün throws up some rubbish. Pelicans hold on to win 133-128. Chaos in overtime. Sadiq Bey, awesome game by him, 29 and 9. Another overtime game. Mavs beat the Pistons in a rip snorter, 114-116. 10 total points scored in the overtime. It was rough up there. Oh, jeez. It was brutal gear. Great win for Dallas. I ended up going with Dallas to cover in the double picks because they had Anthony Davis. There was this huge run by Detroit to take the lead in the fourth quarter. At the start of the fourth quarter, they ripped off this 22-6 lead run to take control. The Mavs retook the lead with 2.5 minutes left, and they just went back and forth. Beef Stew, 109-110, misses the first free throw at the end of the game, hits the second. They go to overtime. They just hold on. They just eke out enough buckets. There was like a lid on the bucket, it felt, for the Pistons. Cooper Flagg, 23-10-4. AD, 15-14. He was awesome. Orlando, they got a triple-double from Paolo Banchero, 26-16-10. Joker went, that's very nice. I also get the triple-double. 23, 11, and 13. Denver smashed him because Jamal Murray hit 7 threes. 126-115. Golden State short against the Suns, 99-98. Jordan Goodwin for the good win. Misses the first free throw, hits the second. They hold on. The end of these couple of games were chaos. Like, the refs were just all over the shop. Lakers beat the Jazz 143-135. Defense optional. They needed every bit to get by this Yaz team that didn't even have Lowry marketing. What is going on with the Lakers? Luka was incredible, 45, 11, and 14. Keontae George, the roller coaster, 34 and 8, but wow. And then finally, Kings Blazers. As mentioned, I'm sitting there watching Travis Head bring up his ton, just waiting for this overtime, and it's just absolute chaos down the stretch. Rusty Westbrook fouls Denny Utemuster on like a desperation heave, down one with 1.5 seconds left in the overtime, after DeMar DeRozan's brought them back from the dead like 3 different times. There was actually an interesting point that they brought up. It's like, if you're up 6 and there's only like 24 seconds left, foul. It's still a 2-possession game. They didn't do that. DeMar hits a 3, bang, off they go. Another 3 hit after a horrible defensive possession and inbound turnover. Just chaos for the Blazers. And then they get the 134-133 win because Denny is just absolutely awesome. 35 for him, 33 for DeMar. So who was the best today, Jim, of the old NBA Straya That's Not a Knife performer of the day?
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Well, take your pick. Jalen Brunson's game winner was pretty bloody sick. 25, 7, and 7 for him. Huge shot. Jalen Johnson, unreal game. 43, 9, and 11, but they lost. He shot 16 and 27. He's so good that it's just chaos. Luka, 45, 11, and 14 with 5 steals. It was against Utah, however. Denny Utemuster, as I just mentioned, huge bloody game. Hits some game-winning free throws. Does the damn thing. He was awesome. He just sort of like managed to control bits of his game. Jeremy Grant kept trying to sabotage him. 35, 5, and 5 for Denny. You had 34, 4, and 8 for Keontae, the roller coaster. Andy Nemhard had the 31 and 4. Jokic, as I mentioned, 23, 11, and 13. Paolo Banchero, 26, 16, and 10. Yeah, 26, 16, and 10. Awesome game. Jamal, 32 points with his 7 made threes. But really, I think Luka was fantastic. Brunson was unreal. Tyler Kolek was awesome. Denny, managing to pull that game out of absolutely nowhere as the rest of the Blazers were absolutely melting down was huge. So he might get the nod. Brunson, that 3 though, he's so clutch. It's crazy. I didn't even mention a really, really, really good game for SGA. 32, 6, and 7 with a couple of blocks. LaMelo's 28 and 13 assists. KD with 32. Bloody good NBA day, I'll tell you. But who was Spud of the night, Jim?
Spud of
the night. We had some pretty hefty spuds today. The heftiest being Zion Williamson, because he's the big unit. 9 points on 9 shots, benched the entire fourth quarter and overtime, and the Pelicans win despite it. Love that. That's a bit of a spud. He looks like a spud. Looks like he eats too many spuds. He is like the spud of the night, like totem at this point. 8 points on 8 shots, 0 of 5 from downtown for Trae Young. That's pretty. He looks like a tiny baby. Played like one. Noah Clowney went 2 of 13 and 0 of 9 from 3. Yeesh. We had a raft of folks go 1 of 8 today. Tyrese Martin, Cason Wallace, Drew Smith, Gary Trent Jr., and De'Aaron Fox. Like, that's how bad Washington are. That the Spurs, half of them missed like most of their shots. And they still got curb stomped. Fox goes 1 of 8. He had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 1 of 8 from the floor. Crazy game. 0 of 6 today for Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon. Again, another Spur who couldn't hit a shot today, and they still kill him. I think Dort also went 0 of 6 in only 18 minutes. My favorite is probably always going to be Tobias Harris, the never nude. Hey, Tobias, what are you doing out there today? Oh, yeah, nothing, boss. Tobias, can you score us some points today and hit a shot? Yeah, no can do today, boss. 18 minutes is what I'm going to give you, but I'm not going to hit a shot. He went 0 of 5 in 18 minutes, just running around. What is he doing out there? No one knows. No one knows. And I think that's about some of the worst ones, but I would very much like to thank. There was everyone's favorite, the people's champion, many would call him, Emmanuel Quickley, Desmond Bane, and Andrew Wiggins all went and shot Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, chill. They shot. You better believe it. 3-11. Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks. Who's old mate, no mates?
Old mate, no mates. Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Who's got no mates today? That would be Orsar Thompson, who was not awesome today. He got booted because he kind of wanted to fight a ref. Now, if you were, hey, Jim, who on the Pistons actually tried to fight a ref? I'd be like, well, probably fighting Ron Holland, probably Beef Stew, and then maybe Awesome Thompson. No, today it was Orsar Thompson, booted for basically chest bumping and getting in the face of a ref, which is just so impossibly dumb. And I think, so this is why his old mate, no mates, is your mate, is that's going to have repercussions. Refs, if you do something like that, like get physical with a ref, the other refs are going to just hammer you for like a really long time. So old mate, no mates, Orsar Thompson. And the other one is Trae Young. Like, it's so hard. Like, he's a rock in a hard place. I get it. But the big problem I have with Trae Young is that he's kind of shit. Oh, geez, Jim, put him in the right sit. Nah, he hasn't been able to hit a fucking shot for years. I don't know why we're papering over it. He had one really good playoff run. He's been shithouse basically since, right? Oh, but he gets lots of assists. So do lots of people. And they hit shots at the same time. He's just kind of shithouse. It's crazy. So he's a bit old mate, no mates, because everyone's going, hang on a minute. This team was good. You came back and they got fucking smashed by the Hornets. The big difference is you were playing. Huh. Now that is interesting. So, yeah, tough one for Trae Young. Pantsing of the night. Oh, yeah, we had a few of them. I mean, the Yaz getting pants by, like, LeBron dunking through everybody. Probably the biggest one, Reed Shepherd, is like, man, it's Reed Shepherd time. Missed 2 threes to basically tie it up against the Pelicans. But that's also like a collective pantsing of the Rockets by the Pelicans. To be down 25 points to come back and win that game is absolutely crazy. I'll tell you what, you got absolutely pants the Rockets. Like, I think I was doing the power rankings as this game is going. I'm like, I think I need to drop them down 2 spots. You can't blow a 25-point lead to the Pelicans. Bloody hell. Better than Lonzo Ball, Ben Simmons, and Bronny James.
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. You're coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody, like I'm coming for this beer. Oh, there you go. Jeez, a bit of that one everywhere. Anyway. Friday at TGIF, am I right? Friday afternoon tins with Jim. Connie Nips. He's awesome. 28, 5 and 7, 6 of 12 shooting today. 10 to 17 from the floor. Fantastic. He is so good. I love having him on my super coach team. It's just like lock and load. Connie Nips, he's fine. Derek Queen. I love him. Gumbo Jokic. 16 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, plus 18 in 35 minutes. He was a weapon. Still not worth an unprotected pick. Joe Dumas, you big dummy. But how about these two? These are my favorite two, I reckon. Maximir Renaud, 29, 11, and 2. That's right. 29, 11, and 2 for the rookie on the Kings with 2 steals. Shot 10 to 20 from the floor, 8 and 9 on the line. Crushed it. 29 and 11. Awesome game. And Tyler MF and Kolek. Hell yeah. 16 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds. Linsanity 2.0. Anybody? Just saying. Is this Tyler Kolek's team? Not Jalen Brunson's? We're about to find out. Love that. He was so good in that game too. And that's the exact sort of dude you need to pop off after the NBA Cup. Everyone's still nursing their Vegas hangovers, and away we go. Nice. All right. We've got no new Magic tweets, and I don't know, dickhead of the week. I mean, Draymond's a moron. What are you going to do? Let's do some Yen-Ars right after this.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Kadee.
This is Darryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington.
or commonly known as Wertho, and you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA
Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
All right, let's do some Nahas brought to you by you. That's right. You can help support the show. You can buy us a coffee, buy us a beer. That was a 6-pack of the Brick Lane Zero Carb Japanese lagers, the Hi-Fi Dry. Very easy drinking beer. $21 a 6-pack. I'm just saying. You made Jimmy's hard up against the nose. All right. But anyway, thanks to all the legends already signed up. Look, you can go help us out. buymeacoffee.com/NBA Australia. You can join the membership tier. Basically, shout me a beer every month. Like, that's it. Literally one beer a month. It's not even a beer. It's like $8. That's not buying me too many beers, I tell you. Anyway, go have a look. We are working on 2 exclusive shows for the Dead Set Legends Club, which is the Buy Me a Coffee membership tier. We're talking Ben Simmons and busts. And the other one is bands as NBA teams. So should be a really good one. So go check it out. And if you know a business or if you own a business or whatever and want to sponsor the show as well, hit me up. Jump on. We'll flog you. That's what we do here at NBA Australia. Right, let's do it. Should the Knicks hang a banner, Jim? Yeah, nah, yeah. What are we doing here? Like, I get the idea, we want to focus on the bigger prize, but you're also a giant loser franchise that has done nothing but lose and be idiots for the last 50 years. So at some point, when you've actually won something, you know what you should have? A hint of pride in yourselves. But on top of that, you should be out there letting your fans who have stood by you through thick, Isaiah Thin, Phil Jackson, no, I'm just saying, let the fans celebrate. Like, hanging a banner is about commemorating, memorializing a moment in time, a team, but more importantly, the fans' reaction and emotions to a certain circumstance. And that's exactly what this is. An NBA Cup win, look, the Bucks fans might not care about last year. The Lakers fans might not care about the year before. The Knicks fans, if they double up and say they beat the Thunder in the finals or whatever this year, this is massive. To pull off the double, it's great. If you don't win, you can also just look back and go, look, hey, we won the NBA Cup that year. Remember? That was sick. It's better than winning the Atlantic Division in 2013. Hang the banner, you cowards. Like, let your fans celebrate, memorialize the moment. You're going to get clowned by dummies either way, right? Oh, geez, look at these dorks. They raised a banner for the NBA Cup. Yeah, because that's what you do when you win the NBA Cup. The Lakers did it. The Bucks did it. Just do it. Because then it's there and no one cares again, right? No one cares after it's up there. You're going to get clowned by stupid morons like me, regardless. Doesn't matter which way you do it. But at least commemorate winning. And like actually doing something other than being a shithouse franchise that loses all the time and continuously shoots itself in the foot. In a surprise twist, you've gone and shot yourself in the foot again, you giant idiots. Well done, Knicks. Well done. Poverty-ass, loser-ass team. Anyway, hey, is it wild that the NBA aren't making them actually raise a banner? Yeah, nah, yeah. But again, this is what I alluded to earlier. This is Adam Silver, the do-nothing commissioner. We want to just keep making money and not rock a boat because you know what? Oh, I'm kind of a little bit afraid of the Knicks and their lunatic kind of ownerships. I'm just saying, I don't want to say his name out loud because he might pop up next to me. Oh no, I'm so afraid. Just make him do it, Adam. Like, don't give him the prize money if they don't hang the banner. You can do that. You're the commissioner. Like, you run this. Absolute cowardice from both the Knicks and the NBA. It is chaos. Absolute chaos. Anyway, last one is, so Giannis is sort of still kicking this can around of like, hey man, I'm the hottest chick at the party. It's like, are we sure that you are? Because the more that I look around at like the Giannis trade sort of, I don't know, environment, it gets more and more difficult to sort of like figure out exactly which team he automatically makes a legit contender. Like, I don't know, it feels like he sort of just should stay in Milwaukee and give himself a puncher's chance of getting through the East, maybe. Like, could Giannis single-handedly beat the Knicks with KPJ, Kyle Kuzma, and Miles Turner? I mean, we saw the Pacers do it last year with like Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner. Giannis is pretty bloody good. That Bucks team's not deep enough though, I reckon, but still. Anyway, good times, great memories. At least they hung that banner. But he won a title in Milwaukee. It doesn't really matter. But I don't know, this whole weird like passive-aggressive, hey man, I'm just letting my agents do the talking. Why? Like, your agents didn't come out of absolutely nowhere, Giannis, and go, my client who is signed to a maximum extension contract for a million years for $1 kajillion, I reckon he should go somewhere else. Guess who might have brought that to their attention? Yeah, it's not Thanasis. It's probably fucking Giannis, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I reckon it might be, Jim. Yeah. All right, unpopular opinion of the day. Let's do some power rankings.
Now look at me, please. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me. Let's do the power rankings for week 9. To expand upon some of these power rankings, as we do each week, we sort of do the video on Thursdays. It goes out. And then we have like 1 or 2 more games to sort of add to this tally. I still feel pretty good about the ones that we had this week, right? So we've got the super mega ass tier, which is like the bottom 4, which is at 30, Washington. They are absolutely horrible. They're 4-21. They've had some little moments. They've won 3 of their last 10. That's how bad they were prior to that. But you watch them today and you're like, oh, they can't do anything right. Yeesh. The Clippers are now at 29 in the super mega ass tier. Why is that, Jim? Well, it's because they're super mega ass and they have horrible leadership that is not accountable to anybody, which is always a great situation to be in, right? No, Jim, that's not a good I know, right? Leadership is this ineffable quality. And like, you know, you come across a lot of these people throughout your life, your professional life, your, friendship groups, like a mate of a mate or something, but, you'll work with somebody and like, it's just, I want to feel important. So I'll just talk and like, look at me, I'm doing stuff. It's like, you're not doing anything. Like there's a lot of nothing going on over here, right? That's the Clippers. That's Kawhi. So I lead by, he's really soft-spoken. I lead by example. That's not really leading if your team's shithouse and you're not doing anything about it, right? Same goes to James Harden. It's crazy. But anyway, Ty Lue, same thing. But they are super mega ass. The Pelicans. Now, they've jumped ahead of Brooklyn now. So Brooklyn have dropped to 28 for me. 7-19. They've actually been sort of feisty here and there. They've won 4 of their last 10. They're 7-19. But yeah, not being able to keep up with Miami today was a bit of a bummer. 27, I've got the Pelicans because I think they've now won, is it 3 straight? Yeah, 3 on the trot. It's crazy. They're 6-22. They're mostly healthy, which is Herb Jones had 8 steals today. That's awesome before he fouled out. But the Pelicans are still super mega ass, but they're like on the very cusp of moving just into the ass tier to join the Sacramento Kings at 26. And so today was like a really good example of why they're ass and not super mega ass. Because the Kings have Rusty, they've got DeMar, Maxime Renault. Like these sorts of dudes who will give you a puncher's chance every so often. They were fun today. Like we haven't had too many fires and laser like fun games. The Kings are 6-21. They suck. We get it. They've lost 4 on the trot, but they were very, 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 very in that game and probably should have won it. The Jazz are next up at 25. Also still ass. And same with Charlotte. Like I love the Hornets. I love watching the Hornets. They're chaos. They are also really shithouse. They're 9-18. They've won 2 on the trot. And the thing is, I like watching Charlotte rise back up these rankings because as soon as LaMelo is actually healthy and playing and they have their full complement, Colin Sexton's still out at the moment, but look, they've still got Brandon Spindles-Miller, they got Miles Bridges, they got Ryan Kalkbrenner, they got their dudes. And LaMelo just don't be shit challenge, right? So they're at 24. Utah, to fight as much as they did against the Lakers without Markkanen was pretty crazy. That's why, again, they're in the arse tier because they have Lowry, they've got Keontae, and that'll keep them in a bunch of these games. They'll get their ass kicked here and there too, but still. The injury suck tier is still Milwaukee, Indy, and then Portland. Portland are getting a couple of their dudes back. They got Klingon. They still have very few guards. They've got Shaedon Sharp. It's a lot of Denny. We get it, but still, injuries suck. They're not quite the super duper form, like the formulaic ideal of the Blazers yet. So injuries suck. Milwaukee are underneath Indy because I think Indy with Andy Nemhard and Siakam and stuff are still a little bit better than Milwaukee without Giannis. Because Milwaukee without Giannis today, you sort of, they had that game last week. You're like, oh, look out. Oh, no, still shit house. So there you go. Atlanta at 20 in the WTF mate tier. Because WTF was that. Like, that was seriously bad today. Trae Young comes back. And as I said on yesterday's show, it threw them completely for a loop. They sucked. It was horrible. They cooked it. Trae Young, bad. Right? Very simple. Next up in the WTF mate tier is the Chicago Bulls at 19. Why is that, Jim? Because WTF is going on with the Bulls. I don't know. That Cleveland win was awesome. But game on game, you don't have any bloody idea what you're going to get. Like, Gids looked awesome the other day. Who knows what's going to happen with the rest of the team when they play Cleveland again tomorrow. 18, I've got Dallas. That was a WTF game today of the highest order because they beat one of the best teams in the East. They were at home. They look good. WTF is going on. Cooper Flag, awesome. Golden State, I've got in the lookout tier. They were in the slipping tier yesterday, and they are probably still slipping. But they're in the lookout tier now at 17 because I don't think they're very good. And so I was like, look out. Are they going to trade a bunch of their dudes? I don't know what's happening with the Warriors. They sneaky kind of stink. And so that's why I picked the Suns today. Felt pretty good about it. They came flying back, did the Warriors. Jimmy Butler was actually really good, but they're too old and just a bit too janky, right? 16, I've got Memphis in lookout because Jock Landale rips off the 20 and 10 yesterday. They're on this weird sort of trajectory of without Edie, it's really hard to judge. But they are going to be tough. They're going to fight. Look out. You're playing the Grizzlies, right? Minnesota at 15. Look out. What are you doing? They lose to Memphis yesterday. And they just feel very, very hang down. No Ant-Man in that game, though, so it's a bit hard to judge them. And then look out, I've got 14 Phoenix and 13 Philly. So Phoenix, they get the win today over the Warriors. Love that for them. You've got this sort of strange mix on Phoenix where you're like, oh, yeah, it's defense that'll do it. They held the Warriors to 98 points. The Warriors shot 39% from the floor. Dylan Brooks, good. Devin Booker, fine. Everything else is sort of up in the air. So this is a lot of Colin Gillespie, but still, they are in that lookout tier because you're playing the Suns, you better look out. And Philly, same sort of thing. Look out. Who knows what you're going to get? Is Maxey going to play? Cool. Embiid and Paul George are playing some games. Look out. I don't know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. 12, that's Miami. They're in the slipping tier. Good win today over the Nets. Philly could probably be above them, but Miami sort of set such a high bar that they're still in the slipping tier along with the Cavs and Toronto. So Cavs are at 11, Toronto at 10. Toronto, that was a good win against the Bucks. They've now put together, 2 more wins in a row. They're up to 17 and 11. They were slipping. They're just riding the ship, I reckon. So I've still got them at 10. That feels right for the minute because in the next tier, we've got the pretty bloody good tier. And I feel like Toronto are back on the cusp of that. Orlando, there was a tough loss to Denver. They're about to probably slip out of that pretty bloody good tier, back out of that. And because with Bane and Paolo, but as Paolo ramps back up, the problem was they missed Suggs so much, right? This is their entire thing. They lose a player. It goes a bit sideways for a bit. They readjust. Boom, they lose another one. They readjust, and then they'll probably lose somebody else. But at the moment, that's where we've got Orlando at 9, Boston at 8. They have these weird losses every so often, but otherwise they look super staunch. They're 15 and 11. 2 losses in a row, though. It's just, whoa. Toronto might be above them in straight up power rankings, but when we come to our tiers, it's a little bit different because Boston, I think, game to game, Amazingly enough, they play on the weekend, so that's kind of fun, isn't it? Then we have the Lakers, pretty bloody good in 7th. Just because mostly their defense sort of worries me. They gave up 1 million points to Utah. Luka's awesome. They're still fine. They're at 7th at the moment, just keeping an eye on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They got a massive game against the Clippers. They're 3rd in the West right now, tied with the Spurs. But if you were going, hey, Jim, who's going to win a head-to-head right now? I'm like, probably the Spurs because they're terrifying. They've actually snuck ahead the next team. Houston, who are in the legit good tier. They were, and I had to bump them down. Actually, let's switch over the Lakers in Houston right now because Houston deserve to get punished for that 25-point blown lead. So Lakers in 6, Houston in 7. They just have these weird moments where they just don't know what they're doing. And you're like, what? Houston, you're better than this. Be better. 5, San Antonio in the legit good tier. They are legit awesome. Stephon Castle's unreal. Dylan Harper is just like completely coming into his own. Wemby off the bench is pretty funny because he's just terrifying. And you're like, oh, we're bringing out a bench 7'40" center. Detroit have fallen to 4th behind Denver. Detroit, Cade had some massive moments in that game against Dallas. And then they also had a couple of moments where it just fell short a little bit. And you're like, yeah, would have liked to see that 3 go down. Like Cade had a 3 go like in the hoop and then somehow pop back out in that game in the overtime. And you're like, that was just brutal. He hits that shot, they probably win. Anyway, Detroit at 4, Denver at 3, just because they're curb stomping teams. Jamal Murray's playing the best basketball of his career, non-playoffs or finals run edition. He's awesome. Number 2, I've got the Knicks because they just won the NBA Cup. They did. So I'm going to put them ahead of all these other teams because hang the banner. That was the tier. Hang the banner, you cowards. And the other one is hang the banner. It's the OKC Thunder. They're at number 1 because no one's beating them again this year. Hang the banner already. All right, Outback Takehouse for today. It's Friday at Outback. You know what that means. 4 for 1 TGIF ice cold Foster's Lagers cans. That's right, the all drum cans. They're as big as your head. And today's Flame, it goes great with the Flame Grill take. And today's Flame Grill take is Jalen Johnson is what Ben Simmons would be if he wasn't a coward. Only at Outback. Jalen Johnson has size. He has playmaking. But Ben Simmons was too much of a coward to practice shooting and decided to become an IG model instead because he's a coward. You know what takes work? Jump shooting. You know what Ben Simmons is? A coward for not working on his jump shot. Jalen Johnson is like the absolute A triple plus level of what Ben Simmons could have been if he wasn't a shit bloke. And also, bonus one, the Clippers are absolutely the wrongest idiots ever in the Chris Paul situation, right? Kawhi, horrible leader. James Harden, horrible leader. Ty Lue, horrible leader. Like, you've got Chris Paul on your team, Ty Lue. You have to utilize him. I get that he's sort of trying to do his own thing, and that might go against maybe your set and established precedents here. But your set and established precedents are not fucking working because your team's shit and you've never fucking won anything for the Clippers, right? So maybe you should have a listen to the bloke, right? The one guy trying to get everyone pointing in the right direction of like winning and playing hard and like annoying, clearly, Kawhi and Harden and stuff because he's trying to point them in the right direction. They're like, shut up, old man. It's like, you guys have never fucking won anything like without Kawhi having the world's most miraculous bounce in the history of basketball and an awesomely deep Raptors team around him or a Spurs team that he could just basically pick and choose his spots. Meanwhile, he's done fuck all else since he got to the Clippers. Harden, Jesus, born loser. Ty Lue gloms onto a like LeBron title and boom, nothing else. But it's a poverty franchise that'll never win anything, right? You got this the richest dude, richer than God, and they're still a poverty franchise. It's incredible. Now watch the basketball gods punish them by giving them a top 3 pick that goes to OKC. But then also that top 3 pick will be the thing that, you know, festers and splinters OKC and breaks them up eventually because it was owned by the Clippers. That's how bad that Clippers stank is. Just saying. All right, Australian Player Watch for today. Dyson Daniels, 32 minutes in that loss to Charlotte. 14 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds and a steal, 6 of 12 from the floor, 0 of 2 from deep, 2 turnovers. Would love to see him hit a couple more of these threes, but, I mean, defensively he's still everywhere. Johnny Beers, Johnny Furphy, 5.8 minutes, 0 of 1 from the floor, 1 rebound, 1 foul. It was a bit of a rough one. And Josh Greeny Green in that game against Dyson as well. He played 11 minutes. He went for 3 points, 1 of 2. He was on threes, nailed 1, missed the other one. 3 rebounds, 1 assist as well. And do-up, bop, do-up. Do-up Reith, the great Barry Reith, 4 minutes against Sacramento. 0 of 1 from the floor, 1 foul. Yeah, not much going on there. At least Lockie Olbrich's killing it in the G League. Let's get into the Andrew Gaze Gray MAMBA Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence for today.
It's the first annual
Andrew Gaze Gray MAMBA.
Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence.
All right, clap it up. Most points before turning 19. I was only 19. LeBron James, 625. Kobe Bryant, 539. Cooper Flagg, 502. Not bloody bad, I'll tell you that much. He passed T-Mac the other day, 451. So Cooper Flagg, I think, turns 19 the day of his next game, I want to say. It might even be before. It's kind of weird. I think his birthday is December 21. So it's kind of strange. I think they play December 21, but it might be our December 21. Don't know. So he might get one more game in there and have a run at Kobe at 539. The other one is obviously Jokic, who passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most assists in NBA history by a center. Kareem, you might remember, played for 1 million years. Jokic, still working on his career, so that's not bloody bad. I think I actually have the numbers there as well. Give me 1 second while I bring them up. Because it was a pretty fun one. We're like, Kareem was really bloody good. And then you go, Jokic, yeah, he's creeping up in that top 20. So 13 assists today. So Kareem had... Oh, yeah, there you go. He was 6 behind Kareem, who has 5,660 assists. Jokic has now gone past that. So... that's pretty... I'd say that he's now got 5,667 using my maths as a math magician. So that's pretty good. That's some excellence, I'll tell you that much. When you're passing Kareem in career achievements and you're like... how old's Jokic? Like 30. Yeah, you're doing all right. You're doing all right. Nice one. All right, how about a bit of Paddy Mills Game Day Ball, a Game Day Twitter check-in. Paddy has been very busy. With Hawaii basketball, hanging out. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of shooting practice for Paddy. And this is kind of the thing that pissed me off about the Ben Simmons stuff. Like, all he's doing is fishing. Meanwhile, Paddy is like super old and doing nothing but like practicing his shooting. Right? And also running like an entire basketball program. Paddy built different. Trying to get the boys to do a TikTok. They're all doing a dance as they file in. That's pretty funny, Paddy. Pretty good. That is a pretty goofy looking Hawaii basketball team too. But anyway, good on you, Paddy. Built different. How's that work ethic of Paddy Mills? Those shots look unreal too. Let's do some game previews for the weekend. Game previews. Thanks, Inadvertent Bane. Not a problem, Jim. How's it all going? Yeah, good. Drinking this second beer. Travis Head's on 138. Alex Carey's got his 50. We're smashing the Poms. We lead by 350. 350! I don't need no 350. Poms would love 350 right now. Anyway, remember you can find all of our picks over at Dabble. So we're not going to look at Sunday's games really. I've got a couple of picks, picks of the games that you should watch on Sunday. But all of our picks go up on Dabble, so go check it out there. You can hit it up there's a link in our show description and in our social bios that'll take you there. So go check it out over at Dabble. Bang. So Saturday, we've only got 5 games tomorrow, which is kind of neat. I've got a big Christmas party, big family one. So that'll be nice. Sing some beers. Kids will run around, cause all sorts of havoc. So yeah, it'd be good. Miami at Boston. It's a fun one. The Heat having just played the Nets today. I'm going to go the Celtics at home, -6.5. Bit tough, I reckon, on a back-to-back to roll in there and go and beat the Celtics, who will just drop 1 million threes on your head. So I reckon the Celtics get Miami pretty handily. Then we've got Philly at the Knicks. These are 2 awesome East games, right? Love this. I'm going to go Philly +6.5 because the Knicks, again, on a back-to-back, probably still hungover from Vegas. I reckon the Sixers can probably roll out Embiid, bit of George. Maxey's hopefully over his illness. I'm going to go the Sixers plus 6.5. Then we've got San Antonio at Atlanta. That's a pretty fun one. The Spurs on the back-to-back, the Hawks on the back-to-back. I'm still going to take the Spurs because even if they don't play Wemby, this Hawks team just leaves me so shooketh. I just don't know how to, like, every game they play, you see they're going, are you going to actually rock up today? And the Hawks are like, we don't even know, Jim. I don't know what to tell you. Jalen Johnson's still good, but geez. Chicago go to Cleveland. I'm going to take the Cavs minus 6.5 in the return game against the Bulls. We saw Giddey and co beat them the other day, but I think we see a good Cavs bounce back spot here, right? You've suddenly got folks in trade discussions, Garland, Allen and stuff. I think they try to make a bit of a statement against this Bulls team. Give me the Cavs minus 6.5. And then Minnesota host the Oklahoma City Thunder, coming off a big game today, I guess, where they deleted the Clippers. Thunder are still 7.5-point favorites on the road in Minnesota. We don't know if Ant-Man's going to play because of his foot. I'll probably still take the Thunder. I think they're a little bit too deep still for this. Like, on the road on a back-to-back to be 7.5-point favorites is crazy. But I still think they'll be fine. So give me the Thunder. Then Sunday, so as I mentioned at the top, we are going to be at the Catfish for the Green Bay-Chicago game for the NFL Australia. Be myself and Gaz, a couple of other folks hanging out. Squids will be running around. So if you're around, come hang out. See you at the Catfish in Fitzroy from about noon. There are some awesome NBA games on Sunday. So Houston at Denver is unreal again. Dallas at Philly is surprisingly fantastic. Boston-Toronto, as I alluded to earlier, is a really fun one. They were in the power rankings back-to-back almost. Suns-Warriors, a rematch of today's game. And Lakers-Clippers. Those are 5 games that just look absolutely awesome on Sunday. So that'll be bloody fun. I'll tell you what. And there you go. Is that it? I think that might be it. What a week it's been. So programming note. I think we're still going to try to do a Sunday night show to wrap up this weekend. And then next week, what's going to happen, Jim? Right. So I reckon Tuesday, Wednesday, there's no NBA games on American Christmas Eve, which happens to be our Christmas Day. It just doesn't help anybody. But what we'll do is we'll set you up for the Boxing Day games. We'll do a short show Wednesday. So our final big show through Christmas, etc., will probably be Sunday night show. If we're feeling okay, if we've got some other stuff going on, we might do one more big show on Tuesday. But that sort of just depends if there's like enough Nari sort of stuff. So we'll probably just do one Sunday, a couple of short little quick hitters on video, Monday, Tuesday, and then a Wednesday quick setup for the rest of the Boxing Day games. And then we're just going to take some time off. Right? Because I'm running around on Boxing Day, got to get down to the beach house. I'm going to be down there. Old mate is just like eyeballing me going, so are you taking any time off over Christmas and New Year's? I'm like, well, I guess I am. I better. It would appear. So that's what I'm probably going to do. I'm probably going to take 2 weeks where there's just no shows. We'll still do NFL Australia, like Gaz and I calling in to each other because it's the end of the NFL season. It's all absolute chaos. So we still do some short shows while we're away. But that'll be it. So we'll do 2 weeks post-Christmas, no shows until I'm back in the studio. It's just too much of a hassle down to the beach house, trying to find a quiet spot. There's just so much chaos. So if anything big happens, I'll still have obviously some gear down there, so I'll do anything, but I'll do something if anything crazy happens and pops off, like if Giannis gets traded on Christmas. But anyway, or if the NBA like finally decides to punish the Clippers, remember that, for their cap circumvention, allegedly. Yeah, so there'll be lots going on. Anyway, but that's it. What a week it's been. Here's to a big Chrissy week incoming. So we'll do the Sunday night show as per usual, set you up for the week, and then we'll take a break, just so you know. Just don't get freaked out. Anyway, we'll see you then. So make sure you're following NBA Straya on Twitter, Facey, IG, TikTok, and YouTube. Get in the comments. Send through any nahs for next week as well. Help a brother out. NFL Australia, myself and Gaz, as mentioned, we'll be at the Catfish on Sunday, drinking beers, eating cheesesteaks, and watching Bears Packers, which will be pretty fun. Jim does Supercoach, NBA and NFL Supercoach. It's all going crazy in the top 1% of both of those, so check that out. That's a fun show to do. Rate, review, star, subscribe across all of your podcast apps as well, obviously. Come on. Rate, review, star, subscribe, leave a comment in there, help a brother out. That should be your Christmas present to me. If it's not going to be signing up to our membership tier, which you can also do at buymeacoffee.com/NBA Straya. We will have some exclusive shows for you then too. The big thanks always go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song They Rule. So to House Hats, Joshua Delarentis, Fascinator, Goldmines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Sextrato, Green, and Dozers for the tunes you hear throughout the show. Smash them on your music streaming platform of choice. NBA Straya supports Australian bands, so should you. All right, that's it. We'll close today's show with I think we've probably got a Chrissy cooking with Bainesy somewhere. I'll go find that. We'll chuck that on the end. And we'll catch you on Sunday night, you dickheads. This is NBA Straya saying, look after yourselves, would you? And later, hosers.